Imagine you're walking through a busy farmer's market. The stalls are full of fresh produce, beautifully displayed to attract customers. Some sellers shout to get your attention, and prices are clearly marked. The market is lively and noisy, with sellers and buyers interacting smoothly. The stallholders, although not formally trained in market research, are experts in their own way. They listen to customer feedback, adjust their stock and prices accordingly, and keep an eye on each other's strategies to stay competitive. If they don't keep up with the market, they will quickly go out of business. Now, picture a large global company based in the United States with operations in 30 countries and 30,000 employees. It sells products through 500 distributors who reach hundreds of thousands of customers. The company's CEO relies on reports from managers and department heads. However, unlike the stallholders who can make quick adjustments, the CEO faces conflicting opinions, cultural differences, and a lack of direct customer feedback. Changes take a long time and involve many people, and mistakes can be very costly, resulting in job losses and financial damage. This company can't just rely on intuition. It needs a structured process to understand its market. This is where market research comes into play. Market researchers use a toolkit made up of desk research, phone interviews, face-to-face interviews, questionnaires, focus groups, and observation. They employ various special techniques for selecting samples and analyzing the data. Formal market research is relatively new. It began in the early 1820s in the U.S. with newspapers conducting street surveys to gauge political opinions. By the early 1900s, the market research industry emerged, initially focusing on advertising. Early methods relied on observation rather than direct questioning, like counting tins of baked beans on supermarket shelves to track sales. This led to the creation of market research companies like Nielsen and Audits of Great Britain. In the 1950s and 1960s, as business competition grew, market researchers started using surveys with questionnaires to gather data on customer attitudes. This method became the standard for collecting information, helping managers understand customer behavior and thoughts about products. During the 1970s and 1980s, surveys evolved to track customer satisfaction. Recently, with cheaper and more powerful computing, data analysis has become more sophisticated. Techniques like factor and cluster analysis, conjoint analysis, data fusion, and geomapping are now used to gain deeper insights, make pricing decisions, and determine the best locations for retail stores and much more. In the United States and Northwest Europe, market research is almost standard practice as an aid to making large decisions. In Igor Ansoff's Products and Markets Matrix, there are 4 business situations, depending on whether the market we are addressing is new or one that is known to us, and whether the product/service we are selling is new or in our existing portfolio. Market research has a role in all 4 situations. Besides, these 4 P's, product, price, place, and promotion, are the pillars of marketing. Each requires market research to help understand how these subjects work. Whether the product is soap powder or software product, research could cover subjects such as the product specification and its relation to consumer needs and requirements, branding, pricing, distribution methods, advertising support, market definition and segmentation, forecast sales levels, and so on. Each of these decisions requires information from the market to reduce business risk. Market research can be divided into 2 main types: quantitative and qualitative research. Quantitative research measures aspects of the market. It includes calculating market size, market segments, brand shares, purchase frequencies, brand awareness, and distribution levels. This type of research uses data from samples to represent the broader population, requiring accurate and rigorous sampling methods. Qualitative research focuses on understanding rather than measuring. It explores why an advert works, consumer motivations, and the meanings attached to products and brands. This research typically involves small samples and does not aim to represent the entire population. For example, it may identify specific views about a brand, while quantitative research would measure how many people hold those views. Quantitative and qualitative research often complement each other. Qualitative research can identify values and issues to be measured later by quantitative research. Qualitative insights diagnose problems, while quantitative data provides concrete measurements to guide decisions and track the effectiveness of actions. Market research can be a one-time project, called ad hoc research, or continuous, such as regularly tracking a product's market share. Both types follow a similar process. Start with a brief defining the problem and the needed information, set clear objectives, create a research design detailing methods, sample and resources, collect data through fieldwork, analyze the aggregated data, and finally, interpret and present the results to guide decision-making. Analysis and reporting concludes the project. Most market research programs involve a good deal of labor in the interviewing and analysis. For this reason, large surveys have to be carried out by specialist market research companies like us, which are organized to carry out the tasks mentioned in the video. In the next video, we will talk about market research design. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more awesome content like this.